You're a young guy, you make money, 10, 20, 30, 40K a month, whatever it may be. But for some reason, you still find yourself being nervous when it comes to engaging and speaking with women. I'm going to make a quick video talking about this so that you can actually start to get involved with women without flipping shaking in your boots. All right, I'm gonna make this video quick because my camera's gonna die. It's literally on one bar, and I know you probably have experienced something similar. But cool, I was gonna draw something, but forget that for a second. Let's talk about one of the things that's actually going to help you with your nervousness when it comes to women, right? Your nervousness is heavily linked to your sense of self. Forget the woman for a second. How do you view yourself? Okay, if you are watching porn, you're choking the chicken, if you're constantly snoozing your alarm every day when it comes to getting up and doing what you're supposed to do, you're not in the gym, you're not training, what else? You're eating crap. Maybe you don't look good, okay? Maybe maybe your skin's not the best. All of these components are going to affect how you engage with women. It's going to affect whether you are nervous or not. Because remember, your nervousness is linked to self-perception, how you perceive yourself. If you perceive yourself to be this useless guy or this guy that's not competent enough, the reason why your nervousness is because you're scared that she's going to see what you think subconsciously about yourself. You think that if you approach her, she's going to spot these things and she's going to call it out, and it's going to make you feel like SHIT. These are all things that's happening on a subconscious level. So before we even get to engaging with women, one of the things that you want to do so you can destroy your nervousness when it comes to women is, I know it sounds cliche, but you have to work on yourself, bro. You have to change how you view yourself, because if you don't view yourself as the guy, the man, the guy that gets ish done, if you don't do that, bro, when it comes to speaking with women, that energy is going to translate into that situation. Versus if you actually think that you're the guy, again, that energy is going to translate into that situation, and you're going to speak like the guy, you're going to act like the guy, you're going to move like the guy, and she's going to see that you're the guy. But when your self-perception is low, you start to move timid, you start to be shy, you start to stutter. All of these things happen when you then engage with a woman, and she notices these things. Aaron, how do I change my self-perception? Honestly, self-perception goes down to the small daily things that happen in your day-to-day life. And I know, again, it sounds cliche or like all of this personal development BS, but bro, for example, if you're not in shape, get into a shape that you know you'll be happy with. If you are waking up late, start waking up at a time that you know you'll be happy with. Start doing things that boost your confidence within yourself. Forget women for a second. Do things that's going to boost your confidence within yourself, so you actually have your self-confidence, okay? So that when you actually look in the mirror and look at yourself, you're happy with it. You're like, you know what, I'm the guy. I said you know what twice. But you know what? I'm the guy. I've been sticking to my routine. I've been sticking to what I've been supposed to do. Bro, like, I'm really him, okay? Then you can carry that energy when it comes to speaking to women. The second thing that's going to help with your nervousness is for you to stop putting women on a pedestal, okay? And stop seeing, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, but stop seeing women as above you. Because that's one of the main things that's making you feel nervous, because you want to approach this beautiful woman, but you see beautiful women up here. You don't see beautiful women as below you or on your level. Remember, she eats, shits, burps, just like you, bro. Yeah, she's beautiful, but she's also a human. When she's finished in the bathroom stinks, just like you, bro. But the thing is, you're putting her on a pedestal. When you put a woman on a pedestal, it's like you are trying to validate her. You are trying to appeal to her. You're trying to appease her, okay? Then that's when you start to get in your head and start to question, like, okay, cool, am I going to say the right thing? Is she going to reject me? Is X, Y, Z going to happen? You start to get in your head so much, bro. Remember, you're engaging with a human. Yes, she's a beautiful woman. Yes, she may have millions of other guys, but it's just a human to human, I was gonna say reaction. It's a human to human engagement. And this is highly linked to what I was talking about, the the first time because, or my first point, because here's the thing. You will only put women on a pedestal if you don't think much of yourself, okay? If you think much of yourself, you won't put women on a pedestal. All the men that have placed women on a pedestal always end up in a rubbish situation, okay? Because there's so many, that's a whole separate video as to why you shouldn't put women on a pedestal. But even me, times in my life I've placed women on a pedestal. I've placed beautiful women on a pedestal before I engage with them, and I realize it messes with my mind because you start to worry so much about the engagement and what's actually going to be said, versus when you treat them like a human being, the human being that they are, everything goes much smoother or smoothly. And the mistake that a lot of guys with money make, especially young guys that have marketing agencies, e-com, maybe you're in crypto, I don't know, but you're around the ballpark of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50k a month, right? The mistake that a lot of these young men make, I'm also in that category, I'm only 24, but the mistake that a lot of these young men make is that they didn't get the confidence beforehand, right? They just got the money. So what ends up happening is the money becomes the shield, so they start to hide behind the money. So they start to throw money at the women thinking that that's gonna win. And yes, that can win, but you're going to attract the wrong type of women. In one of my last videos, I spoke about the legacy woman and the lifestyle woman. The legacy woman being the woman that's gonna carry your last name. She wants to get married to you. She's happy to commit to your mission, submit to you, listen to you, your guidance or whatnot. The lifestyle woman, she just wants to live the lifestyle. Clubs, party, Dubai, Miami, cars, Instagram, the whole shebang. If you are a guy that hides behind your money, essentially you just have the money on show. So what ends up happening is you're going to attract the lifestyle women. And where these men make the mistake is that they try to turn the lifestyle woman into a legacy woman. That's when they get hurt, okay? And the problem is when you hide behind the money, you haven't actually built real confidence. So you can have all the money in the world. You can be flipping Elon Musk, but you can't buy confidence. Confidence comes through experiences, putting yourself in situations that require confidence, even though you didn't have confidence at the time. That's the only way that confidence can be built, okay? And the same way you've probably built confidence in other areas, right? By getting results. So it's the same thing with women. You have to place yourself in uncomfortable situations consistently. You get results with women, and then your confidence with women will start to increase as a result. But anyway, lads, camera's about to die, so if you have any questions for me, especially on nervousness, let me know in the comments. If you've been struggling with women and you've been doing well in life, but it just feels like this relationship category is just the one that's just mind-boggling to you, you still find yourself making money, but when it comes to women, you're still nervous, not really sure what to say, fear of rejection, fear of failure, whatever it may be, tap the link in my description box, schedule a conversation with myself. Let's talk about your unique situation. And if you're a great fit, then we'll work together and fix that, because there's many women, bro. Carry your legacy. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next vid.